Hi, today's lesson is going to be dedicated to geometric sequences. A geometric sequence is a sequence in which the ratio between two consecutive terms is going to stay constant. And we call that ratio the common ratio. And we usually denote it as R. So, the first example. Determine if the following sequence is geometric, and if it is, find the common ratio. Here are the terms. Again, we're going to remember this is the first term, the second term, the third term, and the fourth term. In a geometric sequence, we are looking for the ratio to remain the same, which means we are going to be dividing. So we're going to take the second term divided by the first term. That's 15 divided by 3. That gives us 5. Then we're going to do the third term over the second term. And that's going to be 75 divided by 15. And that's going to be 5. And then we're going to take the fourth term divided by the third term, which is 375 divided by 75, which is also 5. So all three ratios that we have are the same, which means this is a geometric sequence. So we write that this is a geometric sequence. And the common ratio here will be that number, which is 5. The second example, same question. Determine if it's a geometric sequence. So we're going to do the same process. We're going to take the second term. Let me label them again. So the second term divided by the first term will be negative 2 divided by 4, which will simplify to negative half. The third term divided by the second term will be 1 divided by negative 2, which is also negative half. And then the fourth term divided by the third term will be a little tricky here. Negative 1/2 divided by 1, but it's actually not that tricky because anything divided by 1 is that same number. So it's going to be negative 1/2. Again, we have exactly the same value here for all the ratios. So this is a geometric sequence. And it is obvious that the common ratio will be negative 1/2. Okay. A couple more examples. Here, determine if the following sequence is geometric. So label them A1, A2, A3, A4. And we're going to divide. The second term divided by the first term is negative 3 divided by 1, which is negative 3. The third term divided by the second term will be negative 9 divided by negative 3. And this is 3. Now we need to be very careful here. It seems like there is a pattern, but we have, if we want it to be a geometric sequence, we need to have the same ratio. Negative 3 and positive 3 are not the same numbers. So this is not a geometric sequence because we do not have the same exact ratio each time. And since it is not a geometric sequence, we cannot find the common ratio, and we are done. This is going to be our answer here. And the last example in this video. Determine if the following sequence is geometric. Of course, we have some fractions involved here, so we need to be able to do that. Again, operations with fractions is a topic for another video. Here we're working under an assumption that you know how to do that. The second term divided by the first term will be 10/3 divided by 5. A very quick lesson here. 10 over 3 divided by 5, which is 10 over 3 times 1/5, and that's going to give us 2/3. Okay, so the third term divided by the second term will be 20 over 9 divided by 10/3, which is 20 over 9 times 3/10. This will also be 2/3. And the fourth term divided by the third term will be 40 over 27 divided by 20 over 9, which is 40 over 27 times 9 over 20, and that is also going to be 2/3. So as scary as it may seem, from the beginning we are actually ending up with the same exact ratio each time. So this is a geometric sequence. And the common ratio will be 2/3. Okay? I hope this helps. See you next time.